Hey, I'm Alpha. I'm thinking about Liblast Framework and how it's connected to 3D game making. So I started the framework basically as a separate technology stack for the Liblast game, which is a multiplayer online first-person shooter. So that's quite specific. But as I've been working on it and also working on other side projects, I see more and more how the technology could be useful for all kinds of games, not just first person shooters and not even 3D games. So I'm thinking about separating the Liblast framework's core and kind of keeping that the Liblast framework and then making a new Godot add-on, like maybe call it Liblast Framework 3D, and then you install the Liblast framework, and then you install the Liblast framework 3D, and then you have like the whole package that is basically going to be the stack for Liblast, the first-person shooter game. But you could also just use the Liblast framework core and do things on top of that directly, or make your own things. And so, what would constitute the Liblast framework core? Well, that would probably be CVARs, and also the console, the entities, components, scene, like a world state, event queue, networking, but also like recording of replays and stuff. Entities, actors, so the stuff with sensors and actuators. So this is kind of like the middle layer between input and actual game happenings. And that should all be completely space agnostic. So no matter if you're doing 2D or 3D, that should work. Yeah, because I've been working on a 2D game recently, and I want to make a very simple commercial game. The base would be free, and then there would be paid extra levels for it. If you really like the game and you want to play more, then you can pay a little bit and get more game. I think that's fair, and that doesn't get me into the aids rabbit hole. I just don't like advertisement on the internet. It's really obnoxious. It's really, as an ADHD person, I struggle to maintain focus anyway, so any advertisement is just it wrecks any resemblance of staying on task. So I really don't like ads, and I don't want to play into that kind of economy. So I think it's kind of like a shareware model of the late 90s or mid 90s, where the base game is free, but you can get more of the game if you pay. Kind of like id Software did with Doom and Quake. Did they do that with Quake? Yeah, they did that with Quake, I think. Or was it just Doom? Anyway, I think that could work for me, on the mobile. Because, you want to try what the game is like, you just can install it and play it. It could also be available on F-Droid. And then there could be, a way to buy extensions for the game, I think. At first, there's probably gonna just be the free part, and I'm gonna see if you play it, and if I see that enough people are completing the game, then I'm gonna probably make paid extensions and see if that people are interested in that. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I was rambling on about is Liblast Framework, and I would like to be able to port this 2D game to Liblast Framework to use my CVAR system and console, because it's a very useful thing to do, just to debug the game and be able to configure things and keep track of things in the CVARs, because I can store player scores and CVARs and stuff. But I need to think about what is the actual core of the framework, and where can I draw the line between it and the 3D stuff, and where can I separate that, and if it's a good idea. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear them. Take care.